You know, most of my life, all I ever cared about was anything that was dark and creepy and metal music. But you know what? Recently, I have felt the need for something a little bit more different. Well, here we are for the second part of the video. We are doing Next All Night, and I'm pretty excited for this. Their debut was very, very good. So I'm very interested to see in what more they have to bring and what more they have to offer. So let's hop right into it. Let's go. Nice.
왜 또 찾아봐 셀러폰 결코 신경 안 쓰는 척 일어나 참 무서워 너의 전화 기다리는 밤 한껏 깊어진 시간이 아무 의미 없이 don't sleep 살 수 없이 네가 아른대는 거야 yeah. 전하지 못한 얘기 밤새 들려줄 테니 눌러봐 지금 샌디 I can wait, I can wait, I can wait 네 목소리 간질간질간질하게 들려 맘이 포근포근포근하게 눈감으면 그려지는 네 모습이 좋아 지금 졸린 듯이 나른하게 숨을 살짝 야릇야릇야릇하게 그저 밤새 듣고 싶은 것은 네 목소리뿐이거든 도통 모르겠어 내가 맞는지 솔직히 나는 관심이 없어라고 했던 것들은 다 걷지 시야 먹긴 에이 널 찾고 있는 거지 습관처럼 내 손이 기억해 너의 전화 밤새 전화하자 날 고민하다 부지런하지 못한 날 좀 일어나라고 전화했지 너랑 맞지 못해 통화하다 내가 live it up 벌써 time to pick it up 우리 빼고 일어나는 시간이야 다시 한번 good morning 내게만 해줄 테니 더 늦기 전에 Sandy I can wait, I can wait, I can wait 네 목소린 간질간질간질하게 들려 맘이 포근포근포근하게 눈 감으면 그려지는 네 모습이 좋아 지금 졸린 듯이 나른하게 슬퍼 살짝 야릇야릇야릇하게 그저 밤새 듣고 싶은 것은 네 목소리뿐이거든 시간 날 때 전화 어디 갈 때 전화 자기 전에 전화해 일어나서 전화해 내 통화 기록 보면 너로 꽉 차있지만 그래도 네 목소리 듣고 얘기하고 싶었어 오늘은 무슨 일 있었어 그래서 어떻게 했었어 그래서 그렇게 했었어 그 순간 말이 끊기더니 어느새고 숨소리 속삭이듯 잠이 드는 너 Such a good night 내 맘이 두근두근두근하게 해놓고 난 새근새근새근하게 부지런히 궁금해 오늘은 채우나봐 너를 따라 아주 가득가득하게 새벽까지 소근소근소근 baby 잠이 들 때 듣고 싶은 것도 네 숨소리뿐이거든 어서 내게 전화해
Hmm. Ooh. Okay. So obviously dancing is going to be a very big theme for them because this still stood out here. So there's a couple things that I want to bring into your attention really quick that I think makes this song really, really cool. One, I think the rap line actually really nailed it here. Two, I think that the way that they wrote this song is really quite interesting. But before we do, I want to continue on with the lyricism. The lyricism, I think, is written in a way, at least per my interpretation, that obviously they are longing, they are hoping for the person that they're in love with to respond back to them. Talking about things like, I want to see, I keep checking my cell phone to see if you've, responded, to see if you've called. I want to hear your voice, things like that. So the thing that I find really interesting is that they achieve a very solid piece of wanting you to feel what they feel through a couple of methods. One, through the way that they decided to use the trap beat hi-hats to create a sense of urgency. The second thing that I think really kind of blows my mind with the song that I really, really like is their use of continual words that sound similar to each other in order to get a hold of that even further. If you look right here, I have this pulled up to kind of give you the idea that I'm thinking of, and I think that it's actually very, very cool because it does present you with this in your mind, like a sense of the urgency that they are feeling in the song, in the theme of the music. And the thing that I like about this too is that when they're singing this, they will have the synth come in that kind of plays in the same time as their vocals come in to kind of further emphasize the color of their voice. And then I think also too to kind of give you this idea of, breaking the tension of the song. I bring this up a lot. One thing that you'll hear a lot is that there is something in music that's called musical tension. Basically, it's the build up to, and then it will have something that causes a release of tension, and they do that very well in this chorus. But the thing that's interesting is the tension that I'm referring to is not the same kind of tension that the music releases on, which I think is actually also very, very clever. And, I think this is very good classic songwriting, because the fact of the matter is that a lot of times the most classic way to write a song is to have a lot of rhyming and sounds with it that rhyme together. There's something that's very, very potent about seeing that. It's something that the brain really latches on to. And they do a fantastic job of doing that here. And I assume, for those of you who are new, I assume that the group writes their own stuff. They probably will have some producers that will help them write, but I assume that they also have a hand in their own writing as well. So the writing process is very impressive because they specifically chose specific words to convey what they wanted, but also on top of that, to convey that sense of urgency that they are singing about. And it's actually very, very, very good critical writing. I think that this song is actually pretty cool. And I have to say, I think that even again, for those of you who are new, if you're, part of the fandom, I don't like rap. I've only found a very small handful of groups inside of K-pop that can make it very bearable to me. And I think, honestly, I could put ASTRO in that for me personally. In fact, I actually kind of want to go back to the rap line really quick. I hope you don't mind. I just think it's so good. Let's go back a little bit further, shall we? There we are. 모르겠어 내가 맞는지 솔직히 나는 관심이 없어라고 했던 것들은 다 걷지 시야 묶인 널 찾고 있는 거지 습관처럼
내 손이 기억해 너의 전화 밤새 전화하자 날 고민하다 부지런하지 못한 날 좀 일어나라고 전화했지 너랑 맞지 못해 통화하다 내가 live it up 벌써 time to pick it up 우리 빼고 일어나는 시간이야 다시 한번 good morning.
That's very good. Woo! Okay, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this week already. These first couple of things are just like, oh. I think one thing that I love about doing these 1 week clubs is just each group has their identity, and like I feel like the ASTRO has just like really brought it just right out to the front, just like immediately like this is who we are, and I'm just like heck yeah it is, and I'm excited for it. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. This video is getting a little lengthy, but I hope that you like this video, and I hope that we can continue to discuss this on further in the comments. Usually this goes up a little bit earlier before I can respond, but I always respond to all the comments, even though I get behind. I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up for a lot of you, but I will be watching the comments very closely for ASTRO as well. Thank you, and we'll have a good one. Okay, thank you. Have a good one.